Our body is 60% water. We are seriously dependent on water and cannot live without water. However, it is interesting to note that scientific studies have not yet provided us with conclusive evidence regarding the exact amount of water that we should consume. And I formalized who needs to drink how much water by bringing together these scientific studies. In this video, you'll find the answer to water intake per person. In fact, we lose a significant amount of fluid during the day. We lose water by talking. We lose by breathing. We lose it through the mechanism we call evaporation, even without perspiration. So we lose it by evaporating and perspiring directly. We're losing with stress. We're losing due to diet. Water intake varies for individuals based on their needs. Water intake varies by region, diet, height, weight, and gender of an individual, influencing the amount of water a person should consume. In the past, people focused on this. How many glasses of water should I drink, teacher? How many of these glasses should I drink daily? How many milliliters should I drink? How many bottles should I finish? But now our perspective has changed. We moved away from the amount of water during the day. We are approaching your daily fluid intake. In the end, we take water from everything we receive. When we consume potatoes, we also take in water. We also drink water when we eat. When we drink soup, we also consume water. That's why algorithms related to water have had to change recently. In the past, coffee consumption was excluded as a wish. Only the amount of water consumed during the day was considered. Not like this anymore. The amount of fluid you take into your body has become more important to us. Current studies show separate accompanying values for women and men based on recent research findings. It is recommended that women should consume a minimum of 2.7 liters of fluid on a daily basis. For men, the recommended minimum amount of fluid intake during the day is 3.7 liters. Look, this is all inclusive. The waters in the food you eat, including the waters in the soups. If you have a heart disease, if you have heart failure, in the case of heart failure, for example, the total amount of fluid is fixed around 1.52 liters. Because heart failure patients cannot eliminate the excess fluid they take in and start to develop edema. Well, sir, if I consume a total of 3.7 liters of liquid during the day and I weigh 80 kilograms as a man, is it enough for me? I'll ask you this depending on the other cues. Did you run, e.g., did you sweat? Did you consume too many carbs, sugary and salty things? For instance, do you live in a humid area at a high altitude? Because all of these factors will increase your fluid loss. The total amount of liquid that should enter your body, including both the amount of water you drink and the water content of solid foods. Total liquid 3.7 liters includes tea and coffee you drink, all beverages accounted for in this quantity. But we know this. If coffee consumption is too much, the body's water consumption can speed up. If you've consumed 3.5 to 4 liters of coffee by day's end, it's beneficial to increase water intake a little more. Because coffee consumption can cause you to urinate a little more frequently and lose a little more fluid. 200 milliliters of coffee doesn't remove 200 milliliters of water from the body. When you drink 200 milliliters of coffee, if you also drink water, you'll replace the water the coffee removed from your body. In general, the minimum amount of water for men is 3.7 liters and for women is 2.7 liters. If, sir, I do not wish to deal with food. If you are inquiring about the amount I consumed in this soup and the amount I consumed in tea, our old rule is coming to light once again in this situation. kgx 30 ml rule. If you weigh 70 kilo, when you multiply by 30, you calculate that you need to consume 2100 ml, which is 2.1 liters of water. Sir, I don't want to deal with this either. If you ask me how many glasses of water I will drink, then I can generally recommend 8 glasses of water consumption. Make sure you drink at least 8 glasses of water throughout the day. But the total zero amount has now become a more important topic for us. Remember, water is an essential component for us and we must obtain water from outside sources. Just a 1% reduction in our body fluid can activate our migraine. A 2% reduction in body water can activate palpitations because of a 2% reduction in overall body fluid volume. A 3% reduction can lead to dizziness and fainting. This is why we place importance on water. I drink when it comes to my mind, teacher. No. Since you constantly take a sip from the coffee shop next to you when it comes to your mind, you usually forget your thirst. You are accountable for water consumption. You must know your water intake and the amount you use for plastering throughout the day. Water is important for us. Subscribe to our channel and enable notifications. Goodbye.